We're doing a high fade tutorial showing you what time I started. 12:21. Started a little bit late using my Stylecraft sabers to create my initial bald line. Excuse the camera angle on my chest mount, but starting this high fade by balding out at the temple peak, maybe a little bit above the temple peak. This is a high skin fade, balding it out with the trimmer. On the top it's going to be a number 1, but I haven't used the number 1 yet, using the number 1 at the end, but just balding everything out right now. Excuse the camera angle. This is a regular client, by the way. He comes every single week on the weekend to get a fresh cut. So I cut him every week. And this haircut always takes me about 20-25 minutes to do. And then he also gets his goatee done, and that takes me a little bit of just a little extra time to do. But the haircut itself only takes me about 20 minutes to do. And also I did want to mention that this client does not do the shaver on the bottom because they do bump up if I use a shaver. Alright, now that I'm finished balding out, I'm going to start fading with my Babyliss FX1 clipper. Love this clipper, love the blade on it, the MIM blade. Starting this fade, completely close and slowly fading up, slowly pushing the line up. So it started all the way closed, then start going up one click, one notch at a time, slowly fading up. And this client gets a number 1 on the top, so I know that eventually the whole side is going to be faded up to a half, or the clipper all the way open. So this is a pretty simple haircut right now. Looks like I'm halfway open, slowly fading up, making sure everything is consistent, slowly fading up, slowly pushing the line up little by little. I'm not in a rush. I'm just being efficient. And I do want to mention also that I don't do every haircut this way. This is just how I do my high fades. High fades are easy. High fades are one of those haircuts that you can really knock out really quickly. So just want to show you how I do my method of doing high fades so that you can be more efficient, so you can cut faster, and so you can make more money. Now that I'm done fading with my FX1 clipper, I got my Instinct clipper with the half guard, and this is the Andes half guard. This is Andes Master blade on my Instinct, and it looks like I got the clipper all the way open and fading up into the top. The top is going to be a number 1, but I haven't cut the top yet, so I got the clipper all the way open, just connecting the bottom to the top, starting all the way open, then halfway open, and then all the way closed, just connecting the bottom and the top. And then I got my JRL 2020Cs. I love this clipper. It's one of my favorite clippers. You can really use this clipper instead of the half guard. And this clipper is really good for this type of haircut, and it helps me skip the half guard a lot of times. And I see a little bit of inconsistency here, and I wanted to raise the line up, so I went back with my Stylecraft trimmer to raise the line a little bit, then going back in with my FX1 clipper and starting all the way closed, slowly fading up again, doing the back, fading up. And this haircut is in real time. I'm showing you pretty much the full cut. The only part that I'm not going to show in the video is when I cut the top. I'm just cutting the top down to a number 1 against the grain, and then I'm going to do the lineup, but I will show you the final product at the end. And this is a haircut that I can knock out in about 20 minutes. I got my instinct clipper here again with the half guard, and I use the instinct on almost all my fades, and I have this clipper that I use specifically with the half guard only, so I never have to look for my half guard because I already have my instinct with the half guard already waiting, and it saves me time. I pretty much use 3 clippers for every fade. I use my main clipper, which will be my JRL Onyx or my Babyless FX1 as the main clipper. Then I use the instinct with the half guard to set in guidelines, to set in the 0.5 guideline, and to not make a harsh initial guideline with that clipper. And then I also use the JRL 2020C as my finishing or detailing clipper, and I use that at the end of pretty much every fade to help create a smooth, buttery finish and to detail. As you can see, I'm almost completely finished with the fade here. I'm just slowly fading up here. Just wanted to show you how I do a haircut in real time. And you can see that I was able to knock this haircut pretty quickly in 20 minutes or less. And again, the only part that I'm not going to show here is when I cut the top. I cut the top at the end, and then I do the lineup at the end. And I hope that you notice that I'm not really rushing this cut. I'm really just taking my time, making sure that everything is consistent and that everything looks good. I'm not rushing it at all. I'm just being efficient with this haircut. And there's a client that I do every single week, every weekend, and just want to show you that it is possible to do a haircut in 30 minutes or less. And that's the name of the game, is to make as much money as we can in the least amount of time that we can. And I definitely think that 30-minute haircuts is the standard. No haircut should take you more than 40 minutes. 30 minutes is a standard, but no haircut should take you longer than 40 minutes unless it's a transformation cut. 45 minutes max. That's the standard. Guys, don't let pride get in the way of you making money. Don't let Instagram influence you. This is a service. At the end of the day, the client has to like it. And if they like it, I love it. Just cutting the top, the initial part, showing you a little bit, cut the top down to a 1, showing you the watch, lined it up a little bit. Then I'm gonna use the razor at the end and do the goatee. Finish the lineup. That's how I do my high fades on this texture.